My name is Minnie Getz. I'm recording this onto a cassette tape because my life has gotten really crazy of late. I had sex today.
I'm so happy.
If you're listening to this without my permission, please stop now. Just stop.
I'm gonna kill you!
All right, well, congratulations on the film. This one is so much fun. It's so interesting to watch and spurs such a discussion between people afterwards. And I was wondering what you thought when you first read the graphic novel.
For me, it was just like a lightning bolt. I just had never read something that felt like a really honest depiction of what it truly felt like to be a teenage girl. And I just realized how much I had been missing, that boys must have that experience all the time where they read things or see movies and they're like, oh, that's me, that's exactly how I felt. Those were the really embarrassing thoughts I had in the privacy of my own room when I was 15. And when you never have that as a girl, you don't realize how important it is to have that reflection. And so to finally see it, it just felt like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing. I need this. Everyone needs this. This is so important. So it meant more to me than anything I'd ever read. And it obviously pushed me to work for this many years on this project.
I actually read Mari's script before I read the graphic novel. And basically everything that Mari just said, but also it really brought to light for me how much we don't talk about female sexuality for teenage girls. I was kind of reading it, I was like, wow, I've never read this in a movie before, and I was like, actually, I've never read a book about female sexuality like this, and I was like, actually, people don't even talk about it day to day. Like, it's not something we want to discuss. Like, we're so happy to discuss boys losing their virginity, boys getting horny, boys wanting to get laid. There are plenty of films made about that. But with women, it's like such a taboo subject. And I suddenly remembered, like, when I was a teenager, I felt so underrepresented in film in that way. And I really thought, wow, this is going to, like, spark some sort of conversation. And I just really wanted to be a part of it.
Well, yeah, because, you know, you kind of wonder, how do you show that on screen? Because it is kind of a different double standard for guys and girls, right?
Yeah,
definitely. Well, it is. It's like if you have a guy in a movie saying that he's horny and he's having sex with, like, multiple women, then he's, like, really celebrated for it. Whereas often in films, if a girl is like, I'm horny, I want to have sex, then they're deemed to be like a slut or really promiscuous.
It's a common note when you're writing a script, is like if a girl has sex with more than one person in a script, everyone goes, oh, could we cut that down? We'd rather not have her seem like a slut. And you know, the truth of the matter is most teenage girls do have sex. All of them think about it,
yeah,
whether they do it or not.
Exactly.
And we just want to ignore that, but I think sheltering young women, it doesn't change the fact that just as much as boys, girls think about sex. And
although this one, it's the teenage girl and the mom's boyfriend, so that's a little bit
Yeah, that's
different.
the only thing I didn't relate to. I was like, I haven't slept with my mom's boyfriend.
Do you think there's a certain day or scene on the set that you'll always remember, that'll always stay with you?
I think the thing that'll always stick with me was our very first day, because on our very first day we filmed this really big scene between Minnie and Monroe where they kind of go out to a bar for the first time and Minnie bites his finger. It's this, it's like the inciting incident, the very first spark of their relationship. And then at the end of the day, we shot them basically saying goodbye to each other at the beach. And so it was like this giant emotional journey all on our very first day of filming. It was such an ambitious day. And I just remember our DP, Brandon, looked at me at the end of the day and he was like, I think that was the best first day of a movie I've ever experienced. Aww. And I felt the same way. It was like, oh my God, this is gonna work. We're gonna make this movie.
Well, and it showed too. It's gotten such good love from Sundance, and then also, you know, just so many good reviews so far. So that's got to be kind of nice coming out and knowing that people are really identifying with this already.
Shocking. I think, like, at least for me, I made this movie hoping a small group of women were going to relate to it, and I thought, you know, it's a weird movie. Some people will think it's good, but it's not going to be for everybody. But as we've gone along, I've been so blown away by how many people have said that they relate to many men and women alike, and I just feel like I've been relating to male protagonists for my whole life, so I think it's time for boys to be able to relate to a young woman too.
I know nothing's changed, but everything looks totally different to me now.
True when I wake up and I see you next to me.